Today you all know about the NAND flash, but if you look to the history, okay, the NAND flash was invented by Toshiba, and Toshiba is Phison's shareholder. We have a lot of business. We are working together. Phison, we started in 2000, and after around 5 months, because the market at that time they're asking for the something from USB, because that time all the notebook PC have a USB 1.1, but application is only for the mouse, special for mouse. So that time some of our customers they like to use the flash directly to the USB, but they don't like to use memory card like compact flash have with a card reader because size is too big. So we have a customer from European ask us whether we can make it or not. So my partners, they are genius. They just took like 3 months to make a prototype. Okay. After that prototype, we start to actually in Japan. My first customer here is a Buffalo. Okay, they are 120 megabyte is coming from Phison. With this USB 1.1 drive with our SoC single chip, we are success to launch the products to the market, and we have what I can say is a good success after that. So Phison today we still concentrate in the NAND flash business, and we cover most of the NAND flash applications such as the USB, micro SD, SD, compact flash, SSD. Okay, we build everything in-house by ourselves. And Phison, we started 10 years ago with only 5 engineers. Today we have over 500 staff with 270 plus engineers. And in Phison, this 500 staff, we still have close to 50 engineers from Malaysia. Some of Malaysia Chinese, they study in Taiwan. After they graduate, we hire them, we train them. Now they mean all my key engineers who develop the controllers in this market. When Phison started, we only have a cash less than $1 million US because these 5 people, we are not from a rich family. We are, for Malaysian, if they went to Taiwan to study, mostly their family cannot have a good finance support to them. If family have a good support to them, I think they like to go to US, and some like to come to Japan or go to UK. That place is most expensive. So we have no financial backup from the family. So what we can do is we try to loan some money from friends, and we try to ask some angel to invest to our company. So we're starting from $1 million US. And the worst thing is, we're starting at the year 2000 November. I don't know whether you remember or not. At the early 2000, mid of 2000, internet bubble, just occurred starting from Silicon Valley. And after the mid of 2000, a lot of angel and venture capital, they are not trust anymore to the young guy, especially the young guy who just graduated from the university. Okay, in their mind, they say the young guy what they can do, very simple, just internet. But the year 2000 already proven that internet is a failed business. Nobody can make money from that. So when I started Phison, I've been talked to over 25 venture capitals from Taiwan, one from US and one from Japan. All failed. Nobody trusts. And I still remember the story happened. At the year 2000 November, when I just started, they have one venture capital from Taiwan called Jeffco. I think some of you may know it's under Nomura, something like that. Okay, so Jeffco made a visit to Phison. The first visitor was a Japanese, and I told her about the Phison story, what we can do. He's kind of confident, so he invited his director from based in Hong Kong to visit to Taiwan again to see me and to talk to me. The first arrival of the director, when he saw to my office, so small with a basketball t-shirt, with a slipper, with they said, "What are you doing? Are you internet company again?" I said, No. We are making chips. We are making the NAND. They said, "How come? You look like just graduate, you just like 20 plus years old. How can you make the chips after you just graduate?" Okay, they said the most easier way for you is the internet, because the internet, the investment honestly is a small, just a PC. And some software engineers, right? So that interview only 5 minutes, finish. Of course, I cannot get any investment from him. Okay, but if that time Jeff Co make investment to Phison, the investment value is around like 40-50 cents. I'm talking about US dollars, okay, per share. But he refused. He said, you are an internet company. But Jeff Co back to Phison again at the year 2002 December, means 2 years later, they made the investment to Phison with the $4 per share. Means they made a mistake. If they invest earlier, they get only 10% of the total cost, but they made a 2 years delay, they pay more. But after the investment, close to 3 years later, 2 years later, we went IPO. They still have a good return from the investment. Okay, so the story is when we start the business, nobody believed we can make it, and not just only internet bubble. The one thing is that we just been graduate from the university. Normally, when in the high-tech business, right? I mean, in software maybe easier, software, okay? But for especially for chip design, chip design, you need at least 5 to 10 years experience to accumulate the know-how, relationship, and the knowledge. But we are not, okay? We just graduate, then we're starting. So what I can say, we are lucky. And we are lucky because we are in the NAND flash business. In these 10 years, NAND flash industry is growing too fast. Okay, I still remember my first USB drive is a 16 megabyte, 16 megabyte at the year 2001. My first big order is coming from Fujitsu Siemens from Germany. They were 128 megabytes, and the selling price from me to them is $150 per piece. Today, you can go to Akihabara or some retail shop to get the 8 gigabyte. It's cheap, right? It's cheap. Yeah, I think if today I say I give a gift 1 gigabyte, you will say this is garbage. 1 gigabyte. In Taiwan, some of the young students, just junior high school, they are looking for 16, 32 gigabyte NAND flash products. Okay, no matter MP3 or the media player or the USB or the memory card. So flash is going too fast, and what I can say, we are lucky. And before we start this company, we've been working in the university. Okay, we made a research, we worked for professor, then we accumulate some know-how and knowledge during that times. Okay, this is a bit, I'd like to introduce about the milestone of Phison. We start at the year 2000 November, then we announced the world's first single chip USB drive controller at the year 2001 May. Because of this, I'm not talking about invention. I say this is kind of a new approach of the USB drive. Then we success to invite Toshiba Corporation to invest to Phison. When Toshiba invests to Phison, Phison is only with capital $1 million. It's tiny, not called small. It's a tiny company, too small company. But anyway, we success to invite Toshiba. And after Toshiba investment, when my customers, my supplier, they visit to Phison, always I told them, hey, we have a Toshiba as shareholders. Normally the guests raise a hand. Which Toshiba? Because they don't believe Toshiba, such a huge company, is going to invest a kind of small company in Taiwan, in the incubator, in the underground, small office. They don't believe about that. So we say, well, it's Toshiba from Japan. So the eye is getting bigger. How can you make it? Why this? Why that? So if you're interested, I can tell why Toshiba invests Phison, and I can tell the story. So up to today, Toshiba is still Phison's biggest shareholders. We have a lot of cooperation with Toshiba. We have a lot of new technology development and a lot of marketing activities. We work together. And Phison, this company, we're starting again from 2000 November. After 49 months, we are success to IPO in the Taiwan stock market. Okay, and when Phison's IPO, market value is around $60 million. And right now, Phison's market value is close to $1 billion. Means investor, they can enjoy a good return just because they invest to Phison. And Phison's year 2009, we get the award from the Business Week, Bombay Business Week. We are ranked 65 in the world. In this called high growth, high-tech business, we are number 16.5. Phison now we are one of the key players in the NAND flash industry, especially in the control development. Last year we shipped more than close to 500 million piece controller, and I think our market share is either number 2 or number 3 in the world. Yeah. This is talking about the Phison's our business model. I'm not going to go details, but just like to the concept to you. They have a flash manufacturer in here like Samsung, Toshiba, Intel, Micron, and Hynix. They are here, and they have a lot of applications here. But you can cut this to 2 kind of applications. One is called aftermarket, like you go to the Akihabara to buy the USB or memory card. The other one is called embedded, like today's your iPhone, your smartphone, HTC, your MP3, your media player, your GPS, PND. This is called embedded. So they got 2 kind of business here, and somebody means actually it's a Phison. We are here. We're supporting my suppliers. We build controller for them. We buy the flash memory from them, and we build products to here. So, what's the value of Phison? Why we can be grow so fast from day 1 until today, and why we can be from one small company and we can get Toshiba support? I think the most important thing is Phison we have a really good control design team. Even though we still very young, okay, the Phison's average today is 30 or 31 years old in this 500 staff, but we have a really good skill, really good know-how in controllers. And Phison we also have a good system level design. Okay, we work with a lot of system house. Actually, today if you go to market to buy some products, you didn't know, but actually some of them we have a Phison inside. Okay, we build a product for somebody, and they put the product into the type systems, and you buy it from the market. And Phison is one of also the major buyers of flash in this Asia Pacific. And we also have we invest in the packaging house and the testing house by ourselves, just because we want to provide a one-stop shopping to our customers. And we have a very good partnership with the flash makers. We have a shareholder from Toshiba. We have Kingston, also my shareholder. I think you know Kingston, right? It's a big brand in the market. And we have Hynix as our shareholders. Yeah, and this is to tell you and I think all the company you need to talk about, just I heard about DNA. Yeah, this is DNA of Phison. What is our value? The key value is we have a really good IC design teams. Plus, we have a system integration teams. We use our own IC, we build the systems by ourselves. Then we move to the ODM. Today we are a kind of turnkey business. What means turnkey? Turnkey means customers, they just tell me what they need, and they're able to pay me, of course, and they can sell it. Then we build starting from design and products to support to them. And 100% of design are in-house from Phison. Okay, so this is the value of a Phison company. And this is a revenue of a Phison. You can see we're starting on end of 2000. Okay, so we count 2001 as the first years. Okay, it's $4 million. And Phison starting to break even from 2001 August, after we shipped the 2,000 piece USB drive to Fujitsu Siemens with $150. The cost is like 70. We made the gross margin 50%, means double. Okay, then that time I realized, hey, making money is not so difficult now. Just one order, then we made all the loss, all the investment, and we took back all the investment. But today's kind of making money is getting difficult. Compete each other every day, talking about 1 cent, 2 cent cost. But anyway, this is life, okay? So we grow very fast. Toshiba invested in 2002. Okay, we are public in 2004. You can see revenue is only like $100 million. 2010 we hit the $1 billion. Then we became a billion club in the world, and that's why I can say we are one of the real key players in this industry. And yeah, this is last page. I just highlight to you what we have. We call Phison as a one-stop shopping company. We have you're familiar with the USB. We have a different model of USB. We make the not only chip, we also make the plastic housing to support to my customers. We have a memory card. We have the embedded, just I mentioned, embedded to the phone, to the MP3, something like that. We have a SSD, and we also have a kind of a content preloaders. Okay, in Japan now you can see they have a lot of content. Before they use a CD, DVD, right? Now some of them starting to use a micro SD or USB. So we provide the copy machine to help them, to duplicate in a big volume. Okay. So we have the other 50 minutes. Then I'm talking about a little bit about my background. I'm from Malaysia, and I'm from the countryside. I'm working. Actually, my father was a farmer, but now he's retired. So I worked together with my father when I was like 9 years old. So we every weekend, Saturday, Sunday, if I no need to go to school, I went to the farm together with my father. So I'm studying in the Malaysia till the 18 years old, graduate from high school. Then I have to make decision because at that time, early 90, the education system in Malaysia is not that popular yet. Okay, they have a very limited university, like only the whole country only like have 7 university. So most of the Chinese students they decide to go overseas. So if they have a rich father, they can go either they like US, Canada, or UK or Japan. But unfortunately, I can select only China or Taiwan because these two is the cheapest. And with what I can say is with the good, high skill and high quality education systems. So I decided to go Taiwan. And I still remember I have a classmate like total 15. Okay, we went together to Taiwan the same day. And today, one of these 15, one is my partner. Okay, he stays still in Phison, and we started Phison together. So Phison actually we have 5 people, 2 from Malaysia, 1 from Macau, and 2 are Taiwanese. Okay, and 5 of us still stay in this company. So I'm studying at the Kochi University. Okay, the English translation is called Transport University, and this is the one of the best in Taiwan, especially in the electronics and computer engineering or science. Okay, and there have a lot of venture companies from Taiwan. More than 70% are started up by the alumni of Kochi University. Okay, so when I was studying in the university, because I need to have a part-time job to help myself to get my own pay. My family in Malaysia cannot support me by monthly, so I need to find a job to work to get some money. And that time I remember the part-time job, the pay is around 80 per hour, means it's $1. No, it's $2.50. Okay, close to $3 today. And when I the 3 years of my life in Taiwan, I realized if I keep studying there and all my free time, I went to the library, I went to the kind of shop like 7-Eleven to work, I just waste my time there because I learned nothing. I just only making money, by free time and got no any knowledge. So that time I decided to go to find some professor to find a project, kind of a development or research project, but of course with the pay. Okay, without pay I have no any finance background me to stay in Taiwan. So I found a professor, and what he mentioned to me that he like to have his new venture company with they call the solid state drive. At that time I don't know what's a flash. And the flash I've been used in the school, in the university was a no flash, with the 128 gigabit. It's kind of a program code. So he offered me monthly pay like 5,000 NT, means it's $160 per month. But it's good to me, enough to me to cover my food, my spend every month. So I decided to go with him, and at that time I brought my partner, today's Phison president, to come together with me. So we start to make some research since 1997. At that time the NAND flash is only with a 2 megabit from Toshiba and Samsung. And 2 megabit cost me $100 for one piece. Only one piece. We only can buy one piece for testing, to build a program and to start to make the research. So, year 1998, the company of my professor started. starting. So that time I was still a student, but I never went to school anymore. Okay, I stay in office to make the development day by day. And some of the time we are staying in the office in the night. Okay, we work from morning to night, then night to morning, to catch up the schedule to make the products. So this team, we success to build the first compact flash controller in Taiwan in the year 1998. And we start to ship, the company start to ship to US company to make the ODM business. I graduated at the year 1999. Okay, then officially I joined the company, that company. But after I joined the company, grow very fast. Because they have a good technology, they have a good opportunity. So they start to have a good business, and a lot of investors is willing to invest the money. So company grow very fast. But that time one of a big trouble happened because the company grew too fast, and the top management didn't pay the full attention to manage the business and the people and the company policy, internal management, something like that. So a lot of fighting every day, internal arguments. So we feel disappointed, very disappointed. I mean, we means engineer. At that time I was engineers, and including my team, some of my team who today are in Phison. So we feel very disappointed, and we decide to quit that company. But unfortunately, I'm a foreigner. I'm Malaysian, I'm not Taiwanese. So if I want to stay in Taiwan, I need to have a working permit. But apply a working permit, you have a company to back up you. So we decide to find some other big company, okay, to negotiate, not discuss, negotiate. Can you help me get the working permit? Then our team, we like to work with you, and we like to bring more technology to you and to help your success. But again, we are too young. That time is 25, 26 years old, and not many people believe we can do something. Okay, so we've been forced to have a startup. So when the day I went to Taiwan, in my mind, it's very simple. I graduate, I go back to Malaysia, I find a job, no matter Taiwanese factory, Japanese factory. In each Malaysia, they have a Panasonic, they have a Sony, they have a Sanyo, many factories there. Okay, I just go back there, I found a job, salary for me, monthly like 1,000, 1,500 US dollars is good to me, enough. That was my dream when I first day I landed in Taiwan. But we means me and my partner, never think about we are going to have a startup by ourselves. Okay, or by accident. Just because by accident we started Phison, and we also never believe we can make this company survive. Truly, I'm telling you, truly, when we started Phison, hey, I'm foreigners, I have no money, I have no land, I have no good relative, I don't have a relationship. What we have is a little bit technology, some know-how, and I think a key reason is because we are still very young. At that time, we work from morning to night and night to morning. That's true. Okay, so we have 2 beds in my office. Even office is small, it's a B1, we still have 2 beds. Okay, so sometimes we sleep in the office. When we start company, I'm invite my classmate in the Goethe University. My classmate, my senior. Okay, I know them very well. I invite them to join Phison. Unfortunately, nobody join Phison, only Malaysians. The reason is very simple. I said, hey, I can help you to get working permit. Because the company is no interest, okay, to pay working permit. I said, okay, I do for you. So that's why we have 50 Malaysians today. Okay, and more Malaysian students coming to my company. But now they are willing to come. They come not just only for working permit, but also, and this Phison is the world scale company today. Okay, so my classmate, my senior, by the way, my junior, also no one to come that time. But after Phison went IPO 2005, 2006, Phison have a little bit famous in Taiwan. Then some of them start to come to join us now, and they believe we really can do something. So in these 10 years, a lot of things change. Not just only things, but also the mindset will change a lot. Okay, we never believe we can success, but we make it. And I think the reason is very simple. Because we work very hard, we work very close together with my team. We sharing everything with the team. Okay, and we help to take care of our staff. Not just because they are employees, we try to treat them as a family member. If they have anything difficulty, they come to the company and talk to the management. We always try to do our best to support them. So this is the reason why Phison will success. So in the future, if you have time, you went to Taiwan, you go to Taiwan, you come to visit Phison, you can see a lot of young guys. They are really young, okay? We have a lot of 25, 26, 27 years old, young, not students, they just graduate, but they are happy to stay in Phison. Okay, so this is today's my speech. Thank you.